Hello everybody, Cooper here, and welcome back to AFL 23 on the channel. 2025 is here, the footy's back, and we're going to take the Tigers back to Premiership glory. It's been a few years since they've won a flag. They've won it last in 2020? I think it was 2020. It was the COVID year they won the flag last, and it's been downhill ever since then, and now it's very sad if you're a Tigers fan because they drafted a whole bunch of people this year, but all the old guys are gone. So we're starting from the bottom. We're working our way to the top using updated rosters made by yours truly on AFL 25. Now, quick disclaimer, the rosters are not 100% perfect. I tried to include as many of the draft picks in as I could. So for example, Sid Draper on the Crows here, all their free agents and trades are here. But for whatever reason, if we go to other clubs, our club actually being one of them, I am all over the place, the likes of Liam Baker and Graham and other players that have left are still here for whatever reason. I'm trying to work around it. Until I can fix it, I am just going to not use them, obviously, because they're no longer a part of the club. And unfortunately, you know, the likes of Dusty and Dylan Grimes, players of those who have retired, because they're licensed players, I can't remove them from the team for whatever reason. So they're just going to stay here until their contract either expires or they retire in-game. But apart from that, all of the Richmond Tigers first round picks are here. The likes of Layla, Taj Houghton. I don't know why I just say Layla, it's Sam Layla. Taj Houghton, Harry Armstrong, Smiley. Is it Josh Smiley? Smilly? I don't know. But all six of them are here, and we're going to try and take them to to winning a premiership, I should say. What I was sort of getting ahead in my mind was, we're not actually going to play any of the games. We are going to be spectating them, meaning it is a full management career mode. And as you can see on screen, hardest difficulty for everything. Match time means we can't actually see what the clock is. It's going to be constantly counting up. 10-minute quarters, reduced injuries for obvious reasons. We don't want injuries on to be all the time overpowered. We just want them to be there. Now, if you're not familiar with my previous AFL 23 work, I will leave a couple of playlists in the description. I plan to return on rebuilding every club until they've won a premiership. I believe I've done 6 of them so far. I plan on doing more of those in the future as the season goes on. I just want to get this series up and running first, and those other rebuilds will have the new 2025 roster as well. I also have an Adelaide Crows management career, which is sort of similar to this, which I did for last season. But first and foremost, we've got to skip past pre-season because I'm not playing a pre-season game. There's no need for me to do that. We already have an injury. Fantastic. It's a fitness test injury, meaning Tommy Doe will be back for... Is it Tommy? Thomas? Thomas Doe will be back for round 1. So he's just going to miss this pre-season game. But basically my goal for this season is give the kids experience, even the ones that were already here. So the likes of Judson Clark, Morris Rioli Jr., all those guys that have played a little bit of footy, but not a great deal of footy. I just want to give them as many games as I can. Not necessarily tank. I'm hesitant to use the tank word because there are a lot of negative connotations attached to the word tank. So I'm not explicitly going to tank unless we are doing too well, because I would like to use a good draft pick at some point in this series. If we can draft a good player from the auto-generated class, that would be great. But also, you know, draft picks are quite valuable, and I could trade for another young player as well. And I should say, I have given all clubs every single draft pick that I could possibly fit, because you can only fit a certain amount of roster spots. I think it's 52 roster spots on a list, and because I couldn't take players off, I could only add a certain amount of players on. So I did what I could to make it work. And as I've been talking over the top of me fixing this team, because I really have no idea what my preferred 22 is going to look like. I know that I want Josh Smiley to play. He's going to be my centerman. Sam Layla is going to be my rover. Taranto is going to be a ruck rover because we do need a little bit of experience in the midfield. Tom Lynch, I do not trust his body at this point, so I'm happy just to have him on the bench. Seth Campbell, relatively young. He can come in. Jacob Kajitsky I think he was a free agent signing a couple of seasons ago. He might come in for Samson Ryan because I don't really need Samson Ryan. Now I'm just checking over to make sure I have all the first round draft picks because there was 6 of them and I'd hate to miss one because I plan on giving all 6 of them their debut. Jonty Fall, here's the other one. He can, actually, yeah, Kazitsky can come out. So he can sit on the bench there for now. Marlon Pickett's still in the lineup. We'll take him out and Seth Campbell can go in. Okay, so this is generally what I want our best 22 to be for this season. It's not perfect, but it is a very young side. So Nick Vlaston is sort of going to be the old experienced head along with Jaden Short in the back half of the field. Tom Brown, really, really promising up and coming sort of halfback flanker back pocket. And then we got Sam Banks. I always go to call him Sasha Banks because he's got the same initials, but he is going to be on the back flank. Josh Gibcus, who I should quickly mention, I have given him a little bit of a buff to his attributes, and I've done that with players from all around the league. Just as you would for a season update, I've given some players a bit of an attribute boost just to even out the playing field a little bit. So I haven't done it with everybody, but for those who I thought were, it was warranted. Anyway, Josh Gibcus is one of those players, and he's going to play centre halfback coming back from injury. Luke Traynor, one of our first round picks, is going to be playing fullback. And then we got Camden McIntosh, Josh Smiley, Jack Ross across the middle of the field with Layla Taranto and Nankervis in the middle. And then we got Morris Rioli, who actually might switch with Taj Houghton, who's another one of our first rounders. Noah Bolter, Judson Clark, Jonty Fall, and Harry Armstrong at full forward with Caleb Smith, Seth Campbell, Jacob Kajitsky, and Jacob Hopper on the bench. Now, in terms of this preseason game up against Fremantle, I'm really not that concerned with the result. I just really don't want any injuries. We're going to simulate this one. We get a win, which is great. Who played well? Taranto had 46, Smiley had 40 touches, and we had a lot of goal kickers that kicked 3 goals. Nat Fyfe back in form, good to see. And one annoying thing with AFL 23 at this point in time is they haven't updated the rosters, they haven't updated the fixtures, and they probably haven't updated the Guernseys. I'm guessing they haven't done that. So all of that stuff is still out of date, unfortunately. So we're going to be using the 2024 roster, the 2024 fixture. So I hope you don't necessarily mind that. I'm working with very limited stuff here. Anyway, Gold Coast Suns is going to be the opening game of the season for us, in opening round, I should say, which is very nice because Gold Coast, if you do know, is my favourite team. Jacob Hopper is injured, unfortunately. Let's bring in the human meatball, Dion Prestia. He can be on the bench for this one, and I believe that was the only injury. Tommy Dow is back, as we did discuss. And I'm not necessarily going to do every single game as one episode. So I might play, or when I say play, I mean spectate. We'll do that as one. We'll do one game, a video, and then we might do a couple of rounds in simulating, depending on. I plan on doing the fixtures that are basically the most interesting and the most relevant to the season. So, for example, like the Anzac games. I think we play Anzac Eve. But like Dreamtime, someone at the top of the ladder, any rivalry games. So that kind of thing. You get the idea. But Gold Coast, away from home, is the opening game of the season. Noah Anderson's first game as captain for the Suns, it must be said. Let's play around with the uniforms as well. Let's get a bit funky with... we'll give the Suns the Clash Guernsey. And just for old time's sake, let's just throw on the pre-season Guernsey from 2024. It makes no sense. Actually, I want to change the Suns Guernsey because I feel like that's going to clash a little bit with my eyes. Anyway, Gold Coast, Richmond, opening round 2025. Here we go. Season 2025 is going to kick off here. And unfortunately, it's raining on the Gold Coast, which really is a shame, to be perfectly honest. I think we're a chance to get a good result here. We obviously don't want to lose a ton of games, but we still want to be competitive. But I don't expect to make finals. I want us to be in a position where we can... I don't really know. I want to do well, but I don't want to do too well, if that makes sense. But I think we're a chance of getting a result here today against the Suns. I mean, as a Suns fan, the experience since 2011 is you don't really know what you're going to get, and it's mostly been poor. So, but there are these moments of brilliance that occasionally come. And we're hoping that they don't really come today. That's what I'm hoping for. But we've got the Nank warming up in the wet. I also changed back to the other Guernsey because I thought it looked silly. It's just plain yellow. Anyway, we're going to call tails on the toss today. And hopeful that we can get a result. Looks to be pretty windy. I'm going to kick to the left of screen. And if... can't remember what camera angle I have selected for, because it's been a while since I played this game. If you have a preferred camera angle for this series, I am flexible, so please let me know. Obviously, I want to do what's best for, the videos and everything. But if it's really irritating you guys, I'm more than happy to change around. Let's get into it. The Nank in the middle. Wins the ruck. We get the first clearance. Not 15. Into the forward line. Can't get the grab. Rioli kicks it out in the full. Fantastic. Really encouraging stuff. Ball finds Noah Anderson. First game as skipper. Kicks it to the former skipper in Took Miller. Noah Anderson gets it back. The Colonel Flanders. Inside 50 to Jack Lukosius. Good spoil from behind. And now it's out to Ross. Can't grab. And I know that Lukosius is still on the Suns, unfortunately. He's one of those players that I was talking about before that didn't get transferred over correctly. Layla, penetrating kick into the forward 50. Who's going to get the crumbs? Nobody. It's out of bounds. Quiet start so far in the first couple of minutes of gameplay. Obviously, it's 10-minute quarters, but the clock will be going faster than that. So I'm not entirely sure how long it will be on the clock in terms of quarter length. Anderson with a risky handball to Matt Rao. Ball finds Roses. He's the target. Gibkiss gets tackled. We're going to have another ball up. Another stoppage here. Nankervis to... Actually, that's Smiley, not Layla. It doesn't help that they're both blonde. Very stoppage-heavy game so far, which, considering it's wet, not too surprising. Good hands there. I think that was Taranto in the middle. Smiley kicks it forward. Jacob Full can't get it. Is it Jacob? I don't actually know if it is Jacob. No, it's Jonty, I remember. Gibkiss, really good contested mark. Opts to go wide. Banks gets the mark. Finds Nankervis. I must admit, I don't know the Richmond team particularly well. So, that's pushing the back, unfortunately. So, I need to learn the Guernsey numbers, and that will take time. As Colonel Flanders gets the ball intercepted. Ball finds Nankervis. Oh, it's another intercept to the Suns. Mac Andrews wrapped up tight. Holding the ball. Ross kicks forward. Good mark. Who's that? Noah Bolter. Gives it to Houghton. Actually, Houghton's the target, excuse me. Oh, Houghton intercepts. First goal of the game. Yes, it is. There is the first goal out of the 2024 draft class for the Richmond Tigers. It's Taj Houghton. Center clearance, I should say. Auto subs are on, I should mention. Sam Collins gets tackled. The Tigers trying to get another goal. Ball gets cleared out of the defensive 50 for the Suns. Trainer, our fullback, gives it short to Ross. Kicks wide to Layla. He hangs on in the wet. Rioli's going to crumb. Doesn't do a job. Ball finds Armstrong. It's another goal to the Tigers. Actually, no, Smiley, not Armstrong. Really good finish on the left foot. I actually don't know if he's a left footer or not. Rao finds Reed. He's outside 50. The ruckman. Oh, who is that? All in space. Nobody, because it's Stone Cold Nick Vlosten with the intercept. We got numbers out on the right wing. Couldn't get the ball. Actually, we do end up with it. Layla kicks it forward. Hottens the target once again. And Butterick gets the ball on the left wing. Gives it up to Rioli, the former Tiger. Good to see him out there. Intercept from behind. Ross ends up with it again. Gets tackled by Roses. That'll be holding the ball. Roses looking for King on the lead. Finds him. King is going to give it up. Ball finds Bailey Humphrey. And he's going to go back and have a shot at goal. You think he would kick it from here, probably 25 metres out. A little bit of wind. And that is the first goal of the day for the Gold Coast Suns. 12 minutes gone in the first quarter. Took Miller, gets the ball. Anderson to Rao. Gives it up to Anderson again. Goes long down the line. Gibkiss on the goal line. Spoils, and it's a rushed behind. Ball finds wide. What are we doing, Ross? Okay. I was panicky for a second, but it's okay. Reed with the intercept. Noah Anderson ends up with it. Gets the handball out. Finds Rao. Reed goes deep, looking for Ainsworth. There was a man up. I'm so confused. I don't know whose Guernsey number is who. That's McIntosh. I know that because he's bald. And Colonel Flanders gets tackled for the ball up. Oh, handball just to nobody by Took Miller. Kick it forward, kick it forward. Men in the deep. Taj Houghton one-on-one with McAndrew. Butterick kicks it out. Noah Bolter is the... Oh, I mean, he wasn't the target, but he was wide open. And Tim Taranto, 40 metres out, is a sneaky chance from here. He has exactly 3,333 career disposals. That makes me very happy. And Tim Taranto doesn't go through. Didn't make it. Ball still alive. Kick a goal, somebody, for God's sake. Was that a goal? Yes, it was. Oh, that was a nightmare, but it goes through. One of the stranger goals you will see scored this season, I would imagine. Took Miller. Hasn't had a good game whatsoever. Couple of back and forth handballs here. We're going to have another ball up. 16 minutes gone. Nankervis done a share of the ruck work so far. Ball finds Smith on the forward flank. Taranto, a ton of space. Struggled with a set shot this time. Last time he had it at about this distance. Can he get it this time? Ball goes left. It's going to be on the goal line. And it's gone through for a rush behind. Can't be long to go in this first quarter. Took Miller down the line. Good intercept mark by Trainer. Follows Ethan Reed up the ground. Goes with him. Gives it to Armstrong. The first round picks combining. Couldn't finish up in the to get a result in the forward half. What just happened there? Okay, we need to get back we need to get the ball back. Ethan Reed's all by himself. And Ben King takes an uncontested mark, unfortunately. Lines up for another goal. Oh, bit of wind. Blows it to the left-hand side. Misses. Sam Layla on the kick-outs. Finds Stone Cold Nick Vlosten out in the wing. Well, out in the back pocket, not the wing. That was a dumb handball. Finds nobody. Ben King just dabs it short. Holman going to pick it up. Ball finds Rao. And he kicks the sausage. His first goal of the season. Matt Rao. Everyone's favourite grass-eating, ginger-haired midfielder. Only a one-goal game at this point in time. Took Miller the target. Anderson ends up with it. Brandon Ellis, the former Tiger. Good contest by Gibkiss. Brown just dobs it forward. Get it out of the contest. Find somebody, kick it out of the forward 50, or the defensive 50, I should say. Plenty of space on the wing. Give it up with the hands. Layla ends up with it. Smiley on Jai Farah. Has a size advantage. Farah beats him, unfortunately. Noah Anderson has to compete with two. Ends up with it. Miller. Where are our numbers? There's a hanger. It's a go for the mark. I know it's wet. But just go for the mark, for God's sake. That has to be deliberate. No, it's not. How is that not deliberate? 22 minutes gone in the first. Really active hands. That is holding the ball by Matt Rao. Camden McIntosh does a really good job. It's Smith. Finds Layla. He's had a lot of the ball on debut. Chips it short. Finds Ross again. Who's the target here? Houghton was down there. I saw him. Farah finds Houghton. No, he doesn't. Good tackle, though. That's a ball up. Oh, good clearance. Bolter kicks a sausage. Actually, it's Taranto. I need to stop looking in the top corner, because that is just telling me who the target is, not who has the ball. But Taranto hitting the scoreboard early in this one. Good to see. And we turn the ball over in the middle of the field. Ethan Reed, that has to be incorrect disposal. Trainer finds Layla wide. Great vision by the youngster. Smiley's all by himself. Lead, somebody. Kajitsky can't take the mark. Get the crumbs. Intercept, please, anybody. Layla. Good punish. Or good punch, not punish. Ellis has the ball wide, gives it up to Jai Farah. Pumps it long. Trainer's down there. Gets the intercept mark. Really good stuff by him. Tom Brown. Layla, can he get it? Inside the line, he does. But that is an excellent quarter by the Tigers to start out 2025. Really happy with this. Second quarter going to start now. Ned Moyle and the Nank going to start out in the middle. Ross finds Taranto, who is hitting the scoreboard early. Smiley has all the space in the world. He's still open. Give it to him, for God's sake. They go long instead. There's a mark in the center, the goal square, excuse me. It's Noah Bolter this time. He is right in front. Really shouldn't miss from this distance. Oh, it's not a good kick, but it's a goal. Really good start for the Tigers in this one. Trying to win another center clearance. We get the hands on the ball. That has to be in the back, and it is. Clark. Judson. Kicks it forward. Ball finds Armstrong on debut. Kicks his first goal of his career. And all of a sudden, it's a 4-goal game to the Tigers. Really hot start. This has gone a lot better than I thought it was going to. Taranto going forward once again. I don't know if he'll have a shot on goal. He is going to have a shot on goal. Did struggle with distance early in the first quarter, but has the wind this quarter, and that's another goal to Tim Taranto. That's his second, and it's a 30-point game to the Tigers. And another clearance. We are just carving it up at this point in time. Armstrong goes wide. Taranto's in space. There was Rioli there by himself as well. This has been outstanding by the Tigers in this second quarter. Taranto, can he kick a second this quarter? That is an absolute grub. But it goes in. Taranto has 3, and he might be on for some Brownlow votes. Tigers have dominated proceedings in this second quarter. Trainer gets another intercept mark in the back half. He has been really good. Very impressive on debut. He's trying to go to Taj Houghton, who's not really an aerial threat. Well, he hasn't been, at least in this game. Morris Rioli on the mark. Ball goes inside the Suns forward 50, if I can get my words out. Layla's had a ton of the ball so far. Goes long. Morris Rioli is the target. And Jai Farah just too big for him on this occasion. Matt Rao goes wide. Ball ends up with Took Miller. Trainer, another intercept mark. No, not on this occasion. It's Lukosius. And he's going to line up. Hasn't kicked a goal. Actually, this is his first touch of the ball. Hasn't done squat today. And that's a good kick by the former top 2 pick. Kicks his first goal of the game. And the Suns' first goal of the quarter. Another center clearance for the Tigers. Ball ends up with Smith. Oh, Short just almost got taken a hanger on. Rioli has space, finds Malcolm Rosas down the line. Gives it up to Matt Rowell inside. That was not 15. Noah Anderson off a step goes bang. And he hits the post. I was getting excited there because I do love me some Noah Anderson. Ross ends up with it. Ball finds the human meatball, Dion Prestia. Who is the target here? It's Noah Bolter. He gets outplayed by McAndrew. No real surprise. McAndrew is amazing. Ball downfield now for the Suns. Ball finds Took Miller. Matt Rao outside 50. Gives it up to Lukosius. I'm not sure what kind of handball that was. Took Miller. Kicks a sausage. Former captain of the Suns. Gets it back within a 4-goal game. The Tigers have started well in the second half. Oh, sorry, the second quarter, not the second half. But Noah Anderson, he's within range here. We can't take the foot off the pedal. 17 disposals so far for Noah Anderson. 3 inside 50s. That is a long, penetrating kick. And it's been marked on the goal line by Nankervis. Sandbanks kicks it short to Ross. Wasn't sure who was going to end up with it. Smiley downfield. Gets the ball intercepted by Jai Farah. My nose was doing all sorts there. I do apologise, but Ben Ainsworth has just kicked a goal for the Suns. And the Tigers get the very next clearance. I don't like that Noah Bolt is getting a 2-on-1. Not a big fan of that. I know Will Powell sort of being that second body. We need to do something about it. Lukosius just takes an absolute hanger on 2 of our guys. Not ideal. We started the quarter with some real momentum and it's all falling apart. Somebody get on Holman. We get a fist up. It's good. Prestia gets it out of the defensive 50. Seth Campbell can't deal with Rioli in the air. Colonel Flanders ends up with it. Matt Rao from outside 50. Kicks a point. Layla goes short to Banks. Go downfield. Judson Clark can't get the mark in the air. Rosas kicks it inside 50 again. Smiley's down there. Ainsworth. He's a chance here to get his second. 2 consecutive goals maybe. That is an awful kick, but it goes through. Suns have back-to-back goals. Correction, it's actually been the last 3 for the Suns, and that was far too easy. Far too easy. Matt Rao is going to have a crack from outside 50. 17 touches, a goal so far. That's a long kick. It's got the juice. No, it doesn't, but Ethan Reed takes a mark on the goal line. This is almost guaranteed to be a goal. Former academy member for the Gold Coast Suns. Kicks it. And from what was a 30-point lead is now a 4-point lead. Really disappointing from where we were to where we are now. Tom Berry gives it up to Jai Farah. Kicks it forward to Miller. Handballs it backwards. Holman's the target. Good intercept mark by Stone Cold Steve Loston. Good intercept by Nick Holman. Good smother. Jai Farah finds Took Miller. Gives it up to Holman. Penetrating left foot. We've got the numbers. Ben King stays down. Kicks it over his head. And the Suns have the lead. 2-point lead to the Suns now. Took Miller. Good intercept by Trainer. We've got to go long with the ball. We've got Crumbs. Bolter, one out with Andrew. Can't stay with him. Good tackle there by Houghton. Good forward pressure. We're going to have a ball up here inside our forward 50. 20 minutes gone in the second. Good outlet by the Suns, but it goes no further than Trainer. Chips it short to Dion Prestia. Maybe within range here. Elects to go to the pocket. There's 2 of us. Ball goes out of bounds. Rosas was 1 out. Ball finds nobody. I've literally just trying to remember everybody's name. It's tough enough as it is. Prestia goes long. Judson Clark's all by himself. He holds it. Goes long. Falls on a lead. Doesn't get it. Rioli gives it up. Who's number 8? I'm trying to remember. I know it's one of the draft picks. I don't remember who it is. Who just kicked that goal? I want to know. We'll have a look at halftime. I literally cannot remember for the life of me. I know it's one of the draft picks. Nankervis, kick it long. Oh, there's a target. It's Horton. Taj Horton was who it was. I should know. I've seen his name enough times today. But we don't... Nothing comes of it, unfortunately. Brandon Ellis gets tackled. Trainer. Another intercept mark has been exceptional so far. Nankervis finds Smith on the wing. Kicks it down to Noah Bolter. Has been yet to take a contested mark. But just like that, the Tigers get 2 in a row. And courtesy of that man, Taj Horton. Back into center circle. And that is got to be holding the man, surely. No, it wasn't. Smiley goes all the way back to Trainer. Don't know how that was 15. Jaden Short ends up with it. We've got numbers out on the left-hand side. Baldy McIntosh. Goes down the line. Fall can't take the grab. Bolter, finally, no. McAndrew sits on his head instead. Nankervis can't take the grab. Ned Moyle does. Kicks to the... How many ruckmen are out there? Jesus. Noah Anderson has space. That is right of the goals, unfortunately, for the Suns. Back to a 9-point game. We've got numbers out on the side. Good tackle. Ball's out of the contest. We pick it up. We've got space. We've got a man forward as well. We can't take the advantage. Ellis is the target down the line. We get a fist to it by Ross. Layla has it on the right wing now. Just waiting for a lead. Goes short. Finds Bolter, who finally takes a mark. Ross gets it back. Quick hands. Bolter goes long. Campbell's down there. We can't get it. But we get a rush behind on the siren to take a 10-point lead at half time. I mean, I would have preferred a 30-point lead, considering that's where we were to start very early in the second quarter, but 6 goals apiece that quarter. The Suns win it with a couple of extra points. But if we have a quick look at the stats, we're dominating possession, which is good. We got the kicks. Actually, we're not really dominating possession. We've got 9 more disposals. Calm down. Both teams have been pretty good, has to be said. Clearances going to the Suns. 12 intercept marks to 9. I dare say most of those are Trainer. But 35 spoils to the Suns to our 19 shows that is an area for improvement. Taj Horton, 3 goals, 1 to start his first half in professional football. Really good. Tim Taranto has 3. Noel Bolter, 2. Ainsworth has 2. They are the only multiple goal kickers. Jack Ross is on track for a 50 disposal game. Not sure how I feel about that. But Layla's been really good. Smiley's been good. Taranto's been good. Took Miller, Anderson, and Rao have all been good for the Suns as well. Second half underway. Nankervis in the middle, rucking solo basically the entire first half. Kajitsky's on the field. Was the target? Couldn't end up with it. Lukosius in the middle gets it. Takes a strong grab. And Ben Ainsworth has already kicked a couple of goals. Looking for Noah Anderson, gets him. And he should have a very easy shot at goal. About 20 metres out directly in front. Has had 22 disposals in the first half. Yet to kick a goal today. That's his first goal as captain of the Suns. Nankervis going up again. Ball finds Smiley. Great hands. Judson Clark looking for Smith. Can't take the grab. Rioli almost got chased down. Can't get the spoil. Rao takes it. Goes to Collins. Where are our guys? It seems like they have so much more space than we do. And that makes complete sense. Because they have quality players who know what they're doing. We've got a bunch of 18-year-olds. So I'm not totally surprised. Judson Clark, 1 out with Jai Farah. They have a spare man in Tom Berry. That is a bit of a throw. Camden McIntosh had a bit of space. Noah Bolter's on the lead. Goes wide to McIntosh. Can't take it. Kajitsky ends up with it. Has a shot on goal. And that is another goal for the Tigers. Back out to a 10-point game. Smiley kicks it not very far. Nankervis drops it. Ball finds Took Miller. Anderson kicks it down the line. And Ben King just grabs it. And he's only had the 4 touches today. he'd ideally like to kick a goal. I mean, obvious reasons outside of that's his job. And he has done. That is a good finish for Ben King. Back and forth game to start the third quarter. Suns don't quite get the clearance. Ends up with Moyle. Just drops it forward. Another intercept, but we need to get it out of the defensive 50, and we do. Ross ends up with it. Layla has space. I think Nankervis and Layla kind of spoiled each other there. We're going to have another ball up. Good clearance there. McIntosh drives it forward. Seth Campbell's the target. Can't take it in the air. Ball finds Rao in center wing. Ellis gives it up to Daniel Rioli. Good grab by Smiley in the defensive 50. Finds Layla out on the wing. Drops it short to Ross. Layla just chipping it around with Smiley. They're basically playing... I've forgotten what the game's called. But, not Duck Duck Goose, Keep His Off is basically what they're doing at the moment. Fall has a shot on goal, and it's unfortunately going to be a behind. Layla drives the ball forward to Smith. He's really struggling with the contested mark side of things right now. Hopefully, we can get a little bit bigger in the forward line, because I ideally would like sort of some bigger guys on the half forward flanks and have the smaller guys in the pockets. Ross gets tied up. We're going to have another ball up inside forward 50. Nankervis. I don't think I've seen another Richmond player in the ruck so far. I don't know who just had that shot on goal. Might have been Taranto. But it's a goal. It is Taranto. The only reason I knew that is because I had this little vision of shoulder tape. And he seems to be the only one that has it. So, very good finish by Taranto. That's 4 goals for him now, I believe. Having a very solid game. Jai Farrett drives it forward for the Suns. Trainer, good spoil. McIntosh gives it back to Trainer. Get it out of there, guys. Don't just mess around with it. Good composure. Brown finally gets it out of the defensive 50. Layla drives it forward. Campbell's the target. And Sam Collins, All-Australian defender, grabs it. Is he an All-Australian defender? I think he might have been in the All-Australian squad, but I don't actually think he made the final team. Rao. Long shot at goal. Gets it. 5-point game to the advantage of the Tigers, but the Suns are coming back strong. Finally, we have somebody else in the ruck other than Nankervis, and it's Noah Bolter. And it's resulted in a very quick Suns goal, and they get the lead back straight away. So that was pretty disappointing. It's now 1-point game to the advantage of the Suns. Since quarter time, it's been very high scoring. We had 6 goals apiece in the second quarter. I think it's now 4 goals apiece in this quarter. How did Trainer miss that? Ethan Reid has a ton of space. And it's another goal to the Suns. Their biggest lead of the game. Matt Rao now having a shot at goal. It has been absolutely putrid the last couple of minutes. Matt Rao just on the paint of 50. It's drifting left and it's actually been knocked through for a rush behind. Brown now goes wide. Stone Cold Nick Floston. Finally get it out of the defensive 50. Kajitsky with a hanger. First one of the season. We love that here in Tigerland. Good spoil by Gibcus, but the Suns just have numbers. Too many numbers for our liking. Bailey Humphrey all by himself. Banks does a good job to get back. It's another rush behind. Good mark by Jaden Short. We need to go long. Maurice Rioli just can't deal with Jai Farah. He is really underrated, Jai Farah. Has been in this game. He's been really good. Suns go long. Ben King is lurking. Layla drops it. Gibcus gets it out of there. Camden McIntosh is by himself now. Rioli has a ton of space. Doesn't play on though. Chips it short. Doesn't get it to a man. McIntosh has a shot on goal. We finally get a goal. Back to a 4-point game. We desperately needed that one. And now the Nank is back in the ruck, which can only mean good things. Rioli has Taranto all by himself, but goes to McIntosh instead, who's going to have a crack just outside 50, left half forward flank. 18 minutes gone in the third. That is a long kick. I think it's touched on the line. Yes, it is. Will Power kicks out for the Suns. And they have numbers. Plenty of numbers. And that is holding the ball really well done by Taranto. He's probably been best on for us so far. Armstrong gives it up to McIntosh. Can he make it 2 in a row? No, he can't, unfortunately. Good hops there. I'm assuming that was Gibkiss. But that was terrible possession. Ethan Reed going to have another crack at the goals. He's kicked 2 today. It's been really, really solid. And that is a fine kick. Back out to an 8-point game. Ideally, if we can get a couple more goals before quarter time, that would be great. But I'm also not the most optimistic person in the world. We'll just see what happens. Taranto swings the camera around. Finds Smiley. That's not a name we've said for a little while. McIntosh has a bit of space. Kicks it long. Rioli is the target, but he's not really an overhead mark. Ball goes out of bounds, but it's deep in the pocket, so we hopefully should be able to keep it in here, locked in to our forward 50. Bolter loses the contest. Smith has a crack on goal, misses unfortunately. So we're just not executing our opportunities at the moment. The Suns have 2 spare men in their pocket. Little annoying that they're just able to chip around and get it out of our forward 50. They're playing with it a little bit too much. Good tackle. Ellis finally gets it out of there for the Suns. Nankervis stays the man back. Reobtains the ball for the Suns. What was that? There's 2 of you there. Okay, it works out okay. I think it does. Smiley, he's not really running. Why is he not running? It's okay. It's another ball up. Miller, Rouse got a ton of space. Gives it to Moyle. Good forward pressure. Holman is all by himself, but Trainer gets the mark. He goes wide. It's just Jaden Short, and Camden McIntosh is up the line by himself. That's where he goes. That's a really good spoil. I think it might have been Fiorini. I forgot his name for a second. Oh, well. Noah Anderson's having some kind of game. Finds Took Miller once again. Back to Anderson. Gibkiss just too big for Fiorini there. Goes out wide. Gives it to Short. Rioli's on a lead. Contested by Berry. Oh, great hands by Layla. That's why he's the #1 pick. Come on, get it back. Yes, we do. Don't handball it back into traffic. Okay, kick it forward. Just find somebody. Judson Clark was the target. We couldn't get it to him. Rioli picks up the scraps. It is moving too fast. I can't keep up. Ben King all by himself. It goes deeper than that. It finds Malcolm Rosas. He takes a mark on the siren. Only had the 5 touches today. But it's going to be a goal for the Suns on the siren. It's going to be a 13-point lead going into 3-quarter time. 7-goal quarter for the Suns that time around. Really, really impressive work. But we need to come home strong like we have started these quarters so strong. We start well and then we just fade away towards the end. So I'm not sure if it's a fitness issue or if we're just not very good. And they work us out. Camden McIntosh has a big job here. Does a really nice job trying to get back. Miller just drops it. Not Miller, Ellis, excuse me. Andrew goes up. Ball finds, I don't know who that is, but it's a goal. It was Seth Campbell who kicked that last goal. Great job, Seth Campbell. Ball finds Smiley on the outside. McIntosh kicks it short to Rioli. Hasn't seen a lot of it. Plays on. And it's another hanger by Kaczynski. 2 hangers in the game. He's only kicked the 1 goal so far. It's raining, it's windy. And he's kicked it. It's a 1-point game. This game's not over yet. Really hot start by the Tigers. Could we see I'm not sure if I'd call it an upset because I don't really know who, I would class as the favourite. But considering we were up 30 points and then we conceded 7 goals in a quarter, it would seem really unreasonable to call it an upset. Just get the ball forward, guys, and take a mark. Not Sam Collins. The Suns just doing it far too easy right now. Ainsworth hits Anderson up on the lead. He's going to have a crack-on goal. 35 touches, a goal, 7 inside 50s. And that is a shocking kick. How has he missed that? Just a 2-point game. Feeling a little tense. Smiley's got a lot of work to do there. Can't get it done. Ball finds... Ball ends up with Smiley. Somehow it always does. Layla gets it forward. Armstrong can't get the grab. Nankervis with the snap around the corner. Captain's goal. Very, very good by Toby. And another centre clearance won by the Tigers. Great ball movement. Layla absolutely dominating on debut. Bolter loses to McAndrew again. That ball almost went out of bounds on the fall. Just the Suns have too much space here. Rioli runs it down the line to Ellis. The former teammates, now current teammates, link up. Trainer does a great job. I think that was Rao. And the Suns get the goal straight back. We're going to have another centre clearance, or another centre bounce, I should say, in the middle of the ground. Took Miller. Finds himself. Vloston goes up, spoils it. Just rush it. I know you can't rush it deliberately, but if you're under pressure, you can. Vloston clears it. McIntosh is by himself. Guarded by Rao. Guarded. This is not NBA. Rioli. Who's that by himself? Oh, Bolter. That's not who I was thinking about. Campbell. He's all by himself in the forward pocket. Do not play on. Take your time. Do a banana if you have to. He's going to do a banana. We love a banana. He's lining up to get the lead back for the Tigers, and that sucked. We're just handballing the ball around a little bit too much for my liking. Campbell ends up with it. Dobs it up. Bolter finally gets a mark on the lead. Now he's got to convert. He's kicked 2 already. 7 marks on the game. But a lot of those have been outside 50. Not really where we want him to take the ball. But that is a good kick. And it's a goal. It's a high-scoring game. 110 to 105. And Bolter kicks another goal. I think that's his 3rd now. Now we just got to play really, really tightly. There's still plenty of time left in the game. Has to be said. Trainer on the mark in front of Rao. Nankervis goes back with the flight. Takes a very courageous mark. They've got too much space. Anderson drifts forward again. Gets another mark inside forward 50. And this is to put the lead back in the hands of the Suns. It's drifted left, unfortunately. Anderson misses again. Smith gets it, drives it wide. Ellis is there. Got guys on the ground. Campbell ends up with it. Drives it forward. Judson Clark takes the grab. Kicks it forward. Kajitski almost got sat on, even though he sat on 2 people already. This is just great link-up play by the Suns. And somehow they've fumbled it. Ball goes forward. King's the target. Oh, what are we doing? Just do the easy thing. How the hell have they kicked that? Great job, Ben King. It's my own team, I should know that. But Ben King kicks another goal. Another clearance for the Tigers. Ross kicks it long. Andrew has been all over. Who was that to? But Andrew's been all over Noah Bolter so far. Admittedly, it is a tough assignment. But it's only a 2-point game. Plenty of time left. We get the ball out of the stoppage. I think that was Taranto again. No, it wasn't this time. Who are you? No, it was Ross. It was Jack Ross. Lead back in our hands. 16 minutes gone in the 4th quarter. Matt Rao has the ball just outside center square. Gives it up to Ned Moyle short. Plays on to Lukosius. Goes with a little banana. Another goal to the Suns. Back and forth game now. Gets the ball cleared. Prestia gives it up. We kick it backwards. Smiley recovers. Rioli's got space. Really good intercept mark by Jai Farah. And really good intercept mark by Josh Smiley. McIntosh kicks it short. We just cannot take an overhead mark to save our lives right now. Contest. We can't. Holman's got it outside their forward 50. They go deep. Good spoil by Gibkiss. Matt Rao kicks another goal. He's got to have kicked 2 or 3 now. That is a really good result for the Suns. Just Rao, right place, right time. Now got a bit of a buffer on us. 8-point lead. Yeah, it's going to be tough to come back from here. But the Suns are a good team. Rao goes deep inside there. Forward 50 again. It's King for the Suns' 20th goal of the game and his 4th. Lines up about 25 meters out and kicks it. That might be curtains. Shouldn't be a lot of time left, but the Suns are just running away with it now. Fiorini, they are just lining up. Lukosius hasn't done a great deal today. 7 disposals, 2 goals. Very flat kick, but gets it done. Suns now out to a 20-point lead. Really disappointing end to this one, guys. It's really not been great these last couple of minutes. Rioli gets the ball, maybe a push in the back, no. Thank God that's over. Ben King has got a goal on the siren, and that's his 5th. And the Suns win this very comprehensively. Bit of a disappointing result for us. But these are the growing pains that we have to go through, because the Suns were once that young team. Well, they're still technically a young team. But 10 goals to 6 in the final quarter. Really high scoring game, actually. 25 goals 10, 160 to 19 goals 9, 123. Suns win by 37 points. Just absolutely blew us out in the second half. If we just have a look at this again, they kicked 17 goals to 9 in the second half. Absolutely outrageous. Ben King, 5 goals 1. Taranto, 4 goals 0. Matt Rao kicked 4. Humphrey 4. Lukosius 3. Yeah, we were just nowhere, unfortunately, in this one. Matt Rao led the way, 48 touches. Anderson, 47. Miller, 43. Layla, 39 disposals on debut, was really good. Josh Smiley wasn't too far behind with 32. Very disappointing way to end the opening round of our season. We're going to simulate a couple of games on the back end of this season, or the back end of this episode, I should say, as well. We've got Carlton round 1. Or do we save this for next time? I think we might save this for next time, actually. I've decided we're going to simulate these first couple of games. If I just have a look at our fixtures going forward, we've got the Carlton game to opened round 1, and then we've got, there we go, I couldn't find us. We've got Port in round 2, then we've got Swans round 3, then we've got Gather round. So we might come back for Gather round. I think that's what will be the best thing to do. But thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. And footy's back. It's a great thing to say. Bye.